Hi, Murray Huling here from AOPA. I have the privilege of serving as the Vice President of Regulatory Affairs and one of the helicopter pilots in the organization. And today we're in Fort Worth, Texas at Schweizer.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today.
So Michael, appreciate you bringing us in, letting us talk about this storied helicopter. It's got an amazing history,
Absolutely.
the 300, and could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so they was originally Hughes helicopters. The first helicopters were type certified in 1959 with the A models. In 2018, we took the production rights of the helicopter, bought the TC data. For the first few years, it was mainly getting the parts procurement set up, fixing the supply chain. So we had a few years where we were fixing that, getting all the helicopters flying that were on the ground. And then, so once we got the parts issues figured out, we went into new production. So in 2021, when I came on, we started our new aircraft production, and we produced a number of helicopters since then.
You also are doing refurbished helicopters. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so I take care of the refurbishments. So we have helicopters that we bought, that Schweizer owns, that we have in the refurbishment program. So we'll take older helicopters, we'll completely strip them down to repaint everything. Overhaul components, go through the wiring harnesses, we get new glass, a lot of them get new engines, new main rotor blades if they need it. And so we take an older helicopter and basically make it new again. And it also comes with the same warranty that a new helicopter comes with. So we like to really stand behind the work that we do here.
So I know you guys are in production again with the aircraft. You've worked on the supply chain. Could you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we really needed to establish the supply chain after we bought the business. It was really non-existent, and so our primary focus was to support the fleet around the world and have parts on the shelf. And we've spent many millions of dollars to do just that.
So what can you tell me price-wise for new and refurbished in the general sense?
In the general sense, I think a new 300C base price is around $620, and the CBI is around $550 for a base price. Obviously, it's going to depend on what kind of avionics you choose, and if there's any options, if you want floats or if you want a litter. If you want storage,
Sure.
dual tanks, we can add those options as you need.
Upgraded avionics.
Mm-hmm. On the refurbished side, if you use one of our airframes, C model, it's going to be about $425,000. We make sure that all your components have more than 2,000 hours life,
Oh, wow.
except for the engine, where the TBO is 1,500, but it's either a new or overhauled engine.
Okay.
On the CBI, we're right at about $400,000 for the same characteristics. Zero-time engine. Normally we wind up putting a new set of blades on it, new drive shaft, new interior, new glass, fresh paint, wiring as necessary, overhaul the main tail rotor gearboxes.
Sure.
So we try to give you a helicopter that you can fly, say, in the next 1,500 to 2,200 hours, and you don't have to do anything with it. And the best part is when you get to 2,200 hours or 1,500 hours, the only thing you're going to change is the engine.
So Michael, of course, I'm excited. We've talked a little bit about that. I'll be flying a helicopter with you as a safety pilot, and it's going to be a S300 CBI,
Yes,
which
sir.
I have never flown the CBI version, so I'm really excited about that. Could you share some of the specs of that aircraft for
Yeah,
us?
so the C and the CBI are very similar. The CBI runs a 180 horse engine, so it's got an HIO 360 G1A. It runs at a little lower RPM, so it runs 2,700 RPM, so it has a little bit smaller upper pulley that allows the rotor system to turn at the same rate that the C would turn. It has a right seat PIC, which is a little bit different since the C is left seat PIC. Other than that, they're very, very similar. The gross weight is a little bit lower. It goes from 2050 in a C to 1750 for the CBI. So you're at a little bit of a reduced max gross, but that comes in the trade-off of having higher component times.
Okay.
So there's a lot lower operating costs on the CBI because
For
you're
the
running,
training market.
exactly, because you're running a lower RPM, running a lower horsepower, and a lower weight. You get better times on your components.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the cruise speed and any other performance
So cruise
areas?
speed on the CBI is very similar to the C.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, because the C runs max continuous at 190. The CBI is 180 max, so they're very similar on horsepower. It's a little bit lower, I would say, about 77 knots for the CBI for a fast cruise. I generally cruise the helicopter at around 70 to 75 just to burn a little bit less fuel.
Okay, so it's been a minute since I've flown a 300, about 22 years. I calculated in my logbook, and all the helicopters I've flown recently are all governed or turbine. And so I haven't had to deal with a throttle correlator in the 300 at all. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, so the C and the CBI, neither one have a governor installed out of the factory. They have a correlator, so as you increase collective, it'll increase throttle, and vice versa. If you decrease collective, it takes it away. The correlator works very well. If it's all adjusted correctly, it's just minor inputs that you do to adjust as you go up and down.
Go ahead and bring it around.
Yeah, I think we'll
east of that truck is a helicopter north.
let's shoot for see this kind of raised area right here with the road on it.
Yeah.
We'll shoot, see where that curved line is.
Yeah.
Let's shoot an approach right to the dirt area where that curved line is.
Okay.
So the wind's going to be coming out of the kind of that southwest direction right now. Pull a little power in that turn. Yep. Start slowing it up a little bit. So you want that spot to just look like it's walking at you. Try to keep it in the same field of view.
70 Papa, figure out to the west, last call.
Got the hose.
Okay.
Yeah, yelling.
Terrain.
Back it off a little
Warning.
bit. There you go.
Terrain. Caution. Terrain.
And we'll just bring it down into about a 3-foot hover down there.
Wire. Wire.
And we'll be ready for the left pedal as we start to pull in power and slow down here. Step forward. Left pedal. There you go. Left pedal, left pedal. That RPM up just a touch. Go forward. We'll stay out of the dust. Go ahead and do our takeoff run, just nice and easy. We'll just hold that right there. And when we're crossing lines, we want to cross at a pole. That's the high.
Always
point.
do, yep.
Good, just hold that right there.
Roger. What is some of the things you'd like the people to know out there about Schweizer?
That we are here and we're here for them. We've spent the money to support the fleet. We are building new helicopters. We want to have a backlog. We want to deliver products in the future. So I guess the bottom line is we're here and we're able to support.